Well, I'm joined here by my colleague, Rana Rahimpour. She's from BBC Persian. Welcome, Rana. First of all, let's get what the latest is on the earthquake. Are there any figures on casualties?
No, the latest was 3 people dead so far, but the numbers are expected to rise because it happened in a village and all the phone lines are down, so it's very difficult to make any contact with the villagers there. But the material that they use for construction there is not very strong, and probably the number of casualties will rise very rapidly.
And we're hearing reports that the Bushehr nuclear plant has not been affected?
No reports so far. It's only 70 kilometers away from the center of the earthquake, but apparently the plant itself can survive earthquakes up to 9 magnitude, so hopefully it's not damaged.
And the other news today, what are we to make of this announcement? We're seeing President Ahmadinejad, he's touring nuclear sites on what is known as Atomic Day or Nuclear Day, and saying they're going to produce more yellow cake. Is that meant to send a signal to the West?
Well, I was speaking with some nuclear experts, and they said that these are more cosmetic changes. Apparently, this mine has been in use for 10 years, and it's very deep and it's very expensive anyway. But they think that they just changed the numbers to announce that they are progressing in their nuclear development. And there are so many reasons for that, because probably if the Almaty talks would have been successful, they wouldn't have launched any of these projects. But it hasn't concerned nuclear experts, really.
But it underlines again just how political the program is. I was in Almaty for the talks, and we were very aware that the Iranian negotiators clearly had the domestic audience in mind when they briefed the press about progress or not.
Exactly, and today when they were inaugurating these projects, they mentioned many domestic uses of the nuclear technology. And it seems that because Iranian people are feeling the pressure of sanctions, they're trying to just calm them down and show that there are domestic uses for this, and it's not just paying a price for nothing. And we have to remember that there's the election that is coming up, and at the moment everything that happens is affected by the elections in June.
Does that then constrain Iran from making any significant moves when it comes to its negotiations with the West over, well, in fact, with global powers over the nuclear program?
It's very likely, and experts didn't expect any outcome of the Almaty talks because the elections are happening. It's the first presidential election since the 2009 disputed elections. So it's very sensitive, and I think the Supreme Leader is waiting to see the outcome because the number of people who will take part in the elections show whether the regime is legitimate or not. So they will have to wait to see whether they have the national backing for their next moves.
Rana Rahimpour, thank you very much.